Namaskar. Today we'll start with the Python first language, Python language, programming language, I can say. Okay. So first we'll see just the history and installing and running Python. Well, this is useful. So there are three type of major softwares, operating systems available for as far as computer is concerned or laptop is concerned. First of all, first one is Macintosh, which is developed by Apple softwares. Another is Windows, which is developed by Microsoft, and another is which is most famous right now is Linux softwares. So in my laptop, I'm using Linux because it's free to use, open सॉफ्टवेयर. आप ऐसे देखें कि अगर आप विंडोज़ यूज़ करते हैं आपको विंडोज़ की वो सॉफ्टवेयर खरीदनी पड़ेगी, लाइक विंडोज़ 10, विंडोज़ 8.1, विंडोज़ 7, लाइक 10,000 12,000 रुपीज़ में आपको खरीदनी पड़ेगी और आपको लाइफ टाइम तक आपकी एसेस रहेगी कि या दिस इज लाइसेंस, योर लाइसेंस एंड यू कैन यूज़. as far as Linux is concerned, Linux का भी बहुत कुछ होता है, ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम्स लाइक उबुंटू, मिंट, काली लिनक्स, ऐसे बहुत कुछ होते हैं. और जो कि सबसे डेवलप्ड वर्जन है वो उबुंटू है, जो कि मैंने यहाँ पे यूज़ किया हुआ है उबुंटू. और जो कि पहले अगर विंडोज़ सॉफ्टवेयर में आ रहे हैं कि पहले हमने विंडोज़ यूज़ किया था, हम उसके बाद लिनक्स में जाना चाहते हैं तो आप लिनक्स मिंट यूज कर सकते हैं, पर आप उबुंटू भी यूज कर सकते हैं. क्योंकि मैंने पहली बार जब विंडोज़ टू ट्रांजिशन किया लिनक्स में, मैंने उबुंटू यूज़ किया था. Well, it was first Ubuntu 16, then I converted to Ubuntu 18, and now we have the latest version of Ubuntu, which is 20.04. Okay. Okay, now let's see what is the history of the Python. And there are many programming languages such as C, C++, JavaScript, and Java itself, and Python. Okay, there are others also like MATLAB, Wolframs, and all things, but these are mainly used by companies, and the Python is mainly used by bigger companies like YouTube, Google, Dropbox, Yahoo, NASA, ISRO. All these things are using Python. Okay, let's check this some brief history of the Python. So it was invented in the Netherlands, early 90s. This is basically 1999, 1989 to 1991. So in that period it was discovered by Guido van Rossum, named after Monty Python. Actually the name developer is a fan of British films, and the Monty Python is actually a British film name. So by that name it was coined as Python. So it is open source from the beginning, so you don't have to pay any payment for using these programs, and consider a scripting language, but it is much more, you don't need it, used by Google from the beginning and increasing popular. And you have to happy to know that after 2019 the Python is the most used programming language by the people. Okay, so it is sustained till now in 2020 also. So you can see the picture of the developer, and this is a small quote by him. Python is an experiment in how much freedom programmers need. Too much freedom and nobody can read another's code. Too little and expressiveness is endangered. So by his saying also, it is easiest language that can be one can learn. So if you are not having any language experience before, and if you are the first to learn the Python, I mean the first language is to learn, so you don't need to worry about anything. You can easily learn the Python, because Python is very much easy to use. And one more thing, why Python is different from the JavaScript and other C++ language is that for the C++ language, you have to compile and run. Okay, you have a file, .cpp file, and you have to run it. So you have to first compile it and then run it, but you don't have to do is in the Python case. Okay, so as I told you, Python is compatible with Windows as well as Linux as well as Macintosh. So as far as Windows is concerned, you have to download manually. So you have to go for python.org. This is just write Python. Okay, just write Python. So you have to go for this, and in downloads you can see this is the latest version. So I will ask you to download the latest version. So actually the Python is Python 1, Python 2, Python 3, like this. After 2008 everything is Python 3. So I will ask you to go for Python 3. So Python comes for Windows. You can see Windows, Linux, Macintosh. Okay, so as far as Windows is concerned, you can go for you have to download manually for it. Okay, and as far as Linux and Macintosh is concerned, it is pre-installed, so you don't need to go for it. Okay, so let's give me, this is terminal. You can see, you can just click it. This is or in you can go for a shortcut called Control Alt T. So in Control Alt T, you can see I came over here, and you have to check it. You can check it whether it is there any Python software pre-install it or not by typing Python 3. As you can see, my Python is Python 3.8, so it is the latest version. So I you can see why it is base is written, because my interface of the Python is what I can say is summed with Anaconda. So actually there are many libraries in Python, such as NumPy, SciPy, SymPy, Matplotlib, and other things. Well, these are used for other things. For example, as far as Matplotlib is concerned, this is used for the I can say plotting. Okay, NumPy is for the numerical Python, like dot product, cross product of vectors, any numerical solutions you have to do. You can go for the differentiation, you can go for the integrations, double integration, triple integration. You have to go for the NumPy. So I will told you as we go forward. As you can see three greater than sign is there. This is actually called Python prompt. Okay, so if you do not have Anaconda install in it, you can install Anaconda. So I will ask you to install Anaconda, because it is difficult to install Matplotlib, NumPy, SciPy manually, right? So it is so Anaconda is a what I can say, it's a package, so in which all these things are pre-installed in it. So you just have to install Anaconda. So by that you can go for easy to use. Okay, and actually Jupyter Python notebook is also pre-installed in Anaconda. So this is very easy to use. So let's start with something. So I will no, show you here how you can use it for a computer. How Python can be used as a as a calculator. Sorry, as a calculator. For example, let's say 2 plus 3, 5. Okay, let's try a bigger number. 450 plus 234, 684. So you can see this is what we have called sum, adding two number. Let's try with subtracting two number. Let's try the above itself. 684 minus 234. So we should get 450. Let's see if I can get it or not. Yes, it is 450. Okay, let's try it even more bigger one. 4 5 6 7 plus 1 2 3 minus 2 3. Let's see. So how plus minus can be used? It's first do the plus thing, then it will do minus things. So you can see how the result is exactly that it is should be. Okay, so let's do something else. Let's do multiplications, if I can do this or not. Let's see, 23. Okay, let's do some easier, right? 9. And for the multiplication sign you don't need to use x. First of all, you have to use shift 8, so that this will be given. Let's say multiplication with 8, so our result should be 72. Let's see, 72. Okay, let's try even bigger one. Let's say 27 shift 8, which is a star, it will given, then 3, 81. Okay, so this is the multiplications. Let's try with divisions. Okay, let's try with divisions. Let's try a simpler one. 9 division 3, 3.0. So what is 3.0? So this is basically what we can say, the division is always comes with float. Okay, what is float? Let's see what is integer and what is the difference between the integer and a float. Let's say I will say a equal to, let's say 5. Okay, I will say type a, type a. So here we will give what is the type of that data type is integer type. So this called another called class. So integer class, it is a equal to 5. Let's I will say b equal to 5.3, 5.3. Okay, now I want to know what is the type of, okay, okay, sorry, it should be small letter type, class float. Okay, so if it is some decimal number like 5.3, 5.4, like this, just point number, it will be given as float. So the division over here 9/3, so it is always answer is a float. So what I, if I want to do something like this, if I want to do let's try another one, then I will tell you. 9 division by 2. So here what should be the answer? It will be answer is some float, right? It will not answer is, it will not be answer will be an integer, because there is some remainder 1. So I want to do what is that, I want to know what is the if there is a number x, I want to know what is the integer less than that, what is the integer less than that. So I want to do that, my answer should be 4. Okay, here my answer is 4.1, 4.5. I want to know, is there any way so that I can answer 4 only? Why this is necessary, I will tell you how, by writing codes in the later times, why it is necessary times. So it can be asked to code a write a code, so that so it will give that I will type a number, and it will give that if that number is divisible by 3, if that number is divisible by 5, like this. Okay, or divisible by 7. So in this way it can be used. So we will discuss it later on. So let's try the previous one. So I will double divisions by 2. Here what I will get, the least less than that integer 4. Okay, so now question arises, is there any way so that I can get the remainder of any division? So as I told you, 9 division by 2, so that 2 into 4 is 8, and the remainder that we get is 1. So is there any way so that we can get the remainder? Let us try. So this is 9, and you have to put shift 5. Then shift 5 will be look like this, and we will get the 2 remain division by 2, so that I will get remainder 1. So the what it means is that when we divide 9 by 2, what will be the remainder? The remainder will be 1. Okay, so let's try another things. Let's try a bigger number. 27 by 3, if I will do, it will be 9. So let's try 27 remainder 2 1. Let's try 27 remainder 3, should be 0. Right, so it is 0. Let's see how to print a function in Python. In Python you have to just write print. You have to go for a parenthesis. Inside parenthesis you have to go for double comma. In this way, single commas or double commas, either way it will be used. So let's write hello world. And see, it giving us the output hello world. Actually these are here, over here, these are the inputs over here, right? These are the inputs, and these are 1 0 hello world, 1 4 4.5 class float. These are the outputs. Okay, this is how a programming language work. You have to do some inputs and we have to go for the outputs. Okay, you can use anything else. Print, let's say, what I can write, welcome to my channel physics quest. Let's see, welcome to my channel physics quest. You can see what my output is this. Okay, so this is how you should print a function. Let's try anything else. Let's try a equal to 25. Okay, b equal to 78, and let's I will write z equal to, I will call term z equal to a dot b. So what is z? Z should be 8 5 13 3 1 7 2 900 103, right? So you got the result 103. So in the same way you can go for divisions, remainder, and multiplication as well as subtractions. Let's now try how to go for powers. Okay, how to do powers. Let's say how to do 3 square. So for that you have to go for double shift 8, double star, then 2. That means 3 to the power 2. So this is how you write comment. Comment is starting with the star, so it will not affect anything with the code. It means 3 to power 2. Let's run it. Should be 9. Let's try for 2 to the power 3. How can you write 2 power 3? Sorry, 3. What should be the result? Result should be 8. Let's see, 8, right? Let's go for 2 to the power 7. 2 to the power 7, 128. Let's go for 7 to the power 2. What should be the result? It should be 49. You can see. So we got the result 49. So in the same way, you can go for anything. Actually, this that I shown you today, all these six, you install Anaconda or not, it doesn't care. Okay, it will work on everything without input any libraries. Okay, so what else I can do? Mm, okay, one more thing about the Python language. So Python language is now mostly useful for machine learning. Okay, machine learning, then artificial intelligence, GUI, software development, web development. All these things are useful in useful for you can use it in Python. Okay, so Python, you can see it is very easy to work with. Ah, okay. Let's see what else I can do. Let's do something else. Let's do something else. Mm, okay, let's do. I call it AB, and I'm trying a list. So here, okay, let's nothing do this. Let's say color. I'm doing color as something. Let's say green. What else we have? Yellow, red. This all should be written in parenthesis. These are string. Okay, so I write this. Let's see what is the type of color, what class it includes. List. So it is a list. So if I want to do, if I want to choose color of the first one, so actually you have to remember Python starts with 0, not with 1. So actually this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. And if I go for the inside this side, this is -1, this is -2, this is -3. Let's try this. So I want to get the first one, the green. So how can be this? Square bracket 0, green. Okay, let's try for yellow. How can you do this? 1, yellow. Let's try for red. 2, red. Okay, there is in your keyboard there are 4 keys, up keys, down keys, left and right. If you go for up key, you will get the previous one. What you have written in the previous code, input code, you will automatically get this one. Okay, it will be useful for you. Remember that. So if I go for -1, what will happen? What I expect? I expect the red should be came, right? So as I told you, if I go for this to this, left to right, this will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 2. If I go for in this way, this will be -1, this will be -2, this will be -3. Okay, if I go for the length function, length of color, it telling me how much elements are there in that list. Okay, so let's stop this today. Okay, and this is all these are all, I mean, that we discussed today. It's all our basics, simple basics. Okay, so try this once another times in your computers, in your systems, and let us tell me in the comment section that if you I mean got something problems to work with, if you want to do something else, let me tell you. So in the next video, let me go for if statements and loops, for loops, if loop, and I will tell you actually originally how we will go for to develops codes. Okay, so actually uh, so this will be, you have to go for intro.py, like inner product.py, like you can see .py. This is the extension of the python code. Okay, अगर आप ये देखें कि अगर एक आपके पास mp4 है, तो आपके आपके वीडियो में लिखा होगा .mp4। अगर आपके पास एक pdf है, तो आपके पास लिखा होगा .pdf। ओके, मान लो कि मैं एक inner product.py इसको मैं रन करना चाहता हूँ, तो कैसे रन करूं? देखो, इसको एक्सेट कर लो पहले तो, हाँ सॉरी, एक्सेट, फिर पैरेंथेसिस देना पड़ता है। ओके, देखो मैं एक ls लिखता हूँ। ls मतलब क्या क्या है मेरे कंप्यूटर में, तो Anaconda 3 डॉक्यूमेंट्स inner.py। सो आप यहाँ देख सकते हैं inner.product.py ऐसा कुछ है। तो मैंने एक ये लिखा था, कोड लिखा था, तो इसको रन करते हैं। इसको कैसे रन करते हैं? पहले तो पाइथन 3 लिखेंगे, पाइथन 3, फिर जो भी यहाँ पे है लिखा हुआ है इसको कॉपी पेस्ट कर देंगे, ऐसे कॉपी पेस्ट, ये कर दिया, एंटर दबाते हैं। देखो क्या आता है, एक ग्राफ आएगा। ओके, यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं यह एक ग्राफ आया। तो एक इनर प्रोडक्ट का मैंने यहाँ पे ये कोड लिखा था। तो अगर हम देखें कि ये कोड क्या था, ये मेरे कोड था, एक पाई प्लॉट करके numpy scipy करके मैंने ये प्लॉट किया था। इसके बारे में हम बाद में बात करेंगे। एक्चुअली मैं ये इसके लिए वेट कर रहा था कि मैं कब पाइथन प्रोग्रामिंग स्टार्ट करूँ, फिर उससे हम डिफ्रेंशिएशन करना सीखेंगे, इंटीग्रेशन करना सीखेंगे, फोरियर ट्रांसफॉर्म करना सीखेंगे, फोरियर सीरीज करना सीखेंगे। ठीक है, सॉरी। तो हम स्टार्ट करेंगे ऐसे ऐसे सब कुछ, फिर डॉट प्रोडक्ट, क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट, ये सिंपल्स आपको बताएंगे कि कैसे करना है। सो हमको मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि पूरी डीप लर्निंग नहीं करेंगे कि आपको पूरा प्रोग्रामर बना दें। हम उतना ही यूज़ करेंगे, उतना ही सीखेंगे, ताकि हम जो है ना, एक फिजिक्स में जितने भी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज हम यूज़ करते हैं, हम उसको सीख सकें। ठीक है, चलिए, थैंक यू, आज के लिए इतना ही, नमस्कार।